Hi, I'm Kelly from Miniature Gardening, and behind me here you see one of our fairy spheres. You want to know how to do it? It's really easy, and we actually think they are really cool. Okay, here we have our sphere, and be aware that there's actually wire inside to reinforce it. So you want to find out exactly where you want to hang it. Here we've got a copper hook. Say you want to hang it here. Then we want to make the opening just around here, and you cut with a pair of pruners that has a wire cutter opening, and you would want to cut in here, cut the wire, and cut the wire over here, and then you open it up with a regular pruner opening. And of course you can make it whatever size you want, but we want it to have depth so that we can put moss in if we want to plant something. And you may have to do a little bit of repair here. If you want, you could weave some pieces in so that it's not quite so pointy here. And here I've got a piece of wire here I've got to cut off. You got to determine whether you want to do an indoor one or you want to do an outdoor one, or rather one with actual living plants in. And we want to start with doing one where you can plant in. So here we've taken some moss and made it wet, and we want to line the whole bottom part of it lined it with moss. And then we want to take a piece of plastic, punch some holes in it here like we've done, or cut some small holes in it so that it has a little bit of drainage, but yet we want to create an area that can absorb a bit more water than just that the water just drains right through. So we put a piece of plastic down here, and then we're going to be putting more moss in. The extra layer, the plastic is underneath, it's nicely covered, and now we're ready to plant. Plants that you can use hypoastis, polka dot plant, you can use pilea, club moss, liptinella, fairy vine, or angel vine. These are all plants that can grow in relative low light conditions. So here we probably want to put some of the taller ones towards the back. And what you do is you kind of dig a hole, and the plants are already going to have some soil in them to sustain them. But otherwise, moss is a wonderful media because it actually is able to keep the plants nice and nourished for a season with a liquid fertilizer. So we may have to prune these a little bit if they're a little bit too tall here. Nicely planted, and now you can let your fantasy and your creation start. Of fairies here that you could put in. We've got this cute little chandelier here that you could hang from above. You could put a little table in here, a stool, or you could put a little branch in. Takes a little maneuvering, and you have to be careful that the fairies don't drop out of it once you hang it. You may even want to take the fairies and put their stick in so that they really stay in the planter. So you want to face outward here. And there you go, you got a fairy scape.